Hello, how are you guys doing? Oh, fuck, I'm dying. How are you? I'm good. Had a brief moment where I was a little bit scared about this week's video. I filmed spoilers. Tomorrow is a Cooking with Rev video, and the ending is a little rough. And I thought I had lost the footage for it and was gonna have to re-record it. And well, without getting into it, it was like, I can do that. I have the supplies to do that again, but spiritually, it's against a religion I don't have. Like, it's not good for me to do that. So it'll be the first time I have a dessert option on the Cooking with Rev thing. So that'll be good. Let me get rid of that video capture device because my camera being lit up like that scares me. The FBI man already sees all, so I don't want him to see extra stuff. You know what I mean? There's actually a game called Donkey Rampage, FYI. Interesting to know. Someone recommended that I name it that on the last After Hours video for this. Media Refrigerator, thank you for 25 months of support. In Dangarompa news, one of the new emotes, if you are a sub, is RevWorm, which I've just posted in chat. It's literally the worm from Dangarompa. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do the investigation, and we'll see how far that gets us. I don't want to try and do both the investigation and the intro is a banger. I was just thinking the same thing, to be honest. It was like, fuck. Like, whoever did the music on this, like, yeah. So we're gonna do the investigation. Apparently the trial is somewhere between like 3 and 4 hours. So it's gonna be a little bit rough. Leon. He was the one who killed the loading screen. Morbid Safety, thank you for 7 months of support. So let's see how this. So it was an absolute clusterfuck of things happening, in which time 2 people died. And we're obviously doing a spoiler-free streamola. I don't know if we'll have time to do the trial. We'll get done with the investigation, see where that puts us. If I get done with this in like 5 minutes, then we'll go on to the trial regardless. But if we get like an hour or 2 in and we got a few minutes to spare, I'll do some other stuff. Don't know what yet. We'll figure something out. And then that way we can have just like one solid stream of that. Yeah, considering he just straight up said it was Yashihiro. It's like, probably not. So let's look at the, where is it? I don't want the... Alright, let's read this. Victims were Fume and Ishimaru. The cause of death was both a blow to the head. It was thought they were both killed with similar weapons. Okay. That's all we got to go on. Alright. From his big, cold body is just laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? The nurse's office where he was discovered to here to the repository. All the way from the 1st to the 3rd. All with anyone noticing it. Considering how the person kept moving around and disappearing, I have to believe that there's some sort of like secret entrance exit thing. Either that or somehow it was one of us and I just didn't know. I have to feel like that dolly that was in the in here, actually there it is in the shot, was used to move stuff because of the tire tracks in the who's moved with the tire tracks, I forget, but anyway. What if they were teleporting? Entirely. You know what? Leon is a ghost, so it could have been a teleport. If I remember correctly, if anybody's fatal injury was from blow to the head, Justice Hammer number 3, which is laying on the ground or on the floor in the nurse's office. More importantly, I guess, rather than how, it's why. I think that's, I mean, I guess how is relevant to figuring out who it is, but why I figure is also equally good information. Like, why would you go through the trouble of doing that? Why not just, like, straight up murder people and then not... Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about his off body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it, his glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're not. Okay, I wouldn't have noticed that. Does that mean someone wiped off his glasses? But who would have done that and why? The first case was like, Big Mac was dumb as a fucking brick. In this one, I feel like he's a bit smaller, or smarter, because I didn't notice that. It's true, but I also kind of figure that some of the stuff that goes on in this game, like... Let's check this out, because we know it's involved. Dolly, it doesn't have a handle. Saw it in the art room before. I guess it used to move statues around. Kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. It's covered in blood. What do you fucking know? I fucking guessed that shit. So the blood on the wheel of the dolly was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? It's a good question. Alright. Let's look at the weapons. All different sizes hanging on the wall, though some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice Hammer's been designed... Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I thought we already knew that. Is that new? Like, is that news? Like, exactly the hammers that would have been used are missing. Either way, the hammers have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky powder. Wait, for some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all. It's all wet. Did someone wash it recently? Alright, anything else not obvious about this room? Okay, let's check the body. Maybe that'll lead us somewhere else. I mean, it's like there are mallets missing, and the guy was killed with a mallet. That's what we're going with, that he was killed with a mallet, okay? And he's like, wait a minute, there are mallets missing. I wonder what happened. Someone killed some people, and then they stole the mallet. Taka, he'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move the body? That way it wouldn't have left any blood behind while the body was moved. Again, why? Alright. So now all that's left is like talking to people, it looks like. I've looked at everything else. Alright, what do you got? There's so many aspects to this case at this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Would you like my help? Yes, because it has been a day. Let's take a look back on things. This morning, only the 4 of us met up at the dining hall. I am taking notes. Fuck this. This is gonna be confusing. Alright, so... Hina. There are several different stages to this. So Hina, Kyoko, me, and Sakura. Okay. calling it. Rev's gonna somehow guess the killer correctly, but his reasoning will be wrong. It's Leon because he's an asshole. Prove me wrong. I know he's dead, but ghost. We did for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go looking for him. It was around 8 o'clock when our search began. 8 a.m. Search. Gotcha. After we split up, Kyoko disappeared. Hina. Me. Oh, I guess I really don't have to put down that I'm there. Like, the group of people that I know for sure was in any given spot was... like, because I was there. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor. Alright, Celeste. Okay, Sakura did go missing for a minute. Fuck, my notes are gonna be useless. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna try and memorize this. Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour, which means that it's none of the 4 of us. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her. Sure, okay. So unless if Celeste is lying about being assaulted, it wasn't her. Do the cameras work? Yes, but only Monokuma has access to the cameras and will not tell us about the contents of them. It's his own weird, fucked up game, so that's how it works. Meanwhile, just after 7 o'clock, based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice. This is like the most Phoenix Wright fucking case. Yeah, I know. What the fuck? Yeah. It also became clear that Robo Justice had dragged Tafume away. Okay, now... Let me take a quick stab at this. Report cards. So, Hufume, how tall are you? You're dead. I don't know why you're showing up as alive. 5'7". So, if you remember, Robo Justice was taller than Hufume by like a head. That would be like 12 inches to 5 inches? Somewhere in that range. So that means that they're somewhere at least 6 foot tall, right? I'm just saying. It seems to point a lot to him. It does rule out quite a few people. It does not rule out Sakura. However, she was with me. Or Platform's shoes, yes. Platform shoes would have done it. Okay, well, then that kind of eliminates quite a few people from the running. It could have been Byakuga. It's not looking good for Leon. I mean, it's gotta be like the biggest red herring. Like, there's no way that that's right. You know what I mean? Would he really dress up like a clown? It's a good question. After meeting up with Toko and we continued searching for the costume assailant. We found an injured... Well, okay, so we know it's not, it's not Monokuma. Monokuma? It's not Monokuma, and it's not, Toka's alter identity. Because she only kills with scissors and not mallets. So she's off the hook. The other one is too frightened of blood to be able to do it, so... That does limit it down some. It's that whole, like, you know, Sherlock Holmes thing. You gotta just remove all of the possible people, all the possible bullshit, and whatever's left, that's the jam right there. That's Sherlock Holmes that I just exactly quoted back. We found Tafume in the library on the 2nd floor, injured. Okay. We took him to the nurse's office on the first floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something moved around at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, that's an interesting way of putting that. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the second floor where we split up and began searching. And then right after that, Celeste screamed. This time, she had apparently seen the suspect on the third floor. A lot of this information is coming from Celeste. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the third floor. It was a rather intense screen for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. We actually never saw the strange costume man outside of her photography. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. What was happening on the second floor? Anything? Okay, if something happened on the second floor... Okay, hold on. It's Leon's fault because it is. Do robots have genders? They can. I think. So let's scream. She had apparently been on the third floor, seen the suspect on the third floor. We went back up to the second floor. Where was I? And then Hina. It came from downstairs. It must have been Hifume. He's in there. Okay, so she was with us when something happened. So she's not working alone if she did it. That would be another way of them teleporting up and down the stairs. If there was one assailant, they're teleporting or they're using dumbwaiters or something. But if there's two killers, then that allows for people to be in two places at once. The murderer could teleport like that. Ugh. My mom referenced the PS4 gender thing when I saw her on her birthday. I'm glad I'm out of customer service. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you. At that point, we decided to split up into two groups. Celestina and I went to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Bakukyuga, and Toko pursued the suspect up to the third floor. Then we got up to the nurse's office, and we found Fume's corpse. This is when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I mean, I guess that's why it's got to be 3 people finding a body, because if there were 2 people working on it, then... A customer asked me what the sex of their PS4 was, because I don't even fucking remember. And I galaxy brained for a minute and was just like, did you check under the power cord? Dr. Mr. Pepper? That's what it's got to be. Thank you for the party, or the raid. It's very kind of you. I'm just dying a bit. Celeste and Hina alone headed back up to the third floor to ask what happened.
However,
at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room, which means that Hifume and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play after finding Taka. But he wasn't... So Hifume was not dead. I assume that Monokuma knows somehow when you die, which is weird. He's got a heart rate monitor or something. Then you, me, and Bakura headed back down to the nurse's office. leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who had arrived to just tell us something very unusual. Okay, so Celeste could have moved Tina out of the room in order to give whoever she's working with time to move the body. Now, if she's working with someone and was able to take that picture, she was only able to do so with someone that was of the right height. Now, I was with Sakura, so it's not Sakura. And it's someone of that height. I assume platform shoes are not coming into effect. They probably are, but I met you through YouTube, but there are similar channels as you named Vinesauce. What is Vinesauce? Vinesauce is like a group, like a collection of people. You can think of it like a last name if you want. Like, we're all doing our own thing, but we hang out. I mean, if you changed it to be blood colored, like, rather than pink, it would be really fucked up. Vinesauce is a bad drug. There you go, that's it. The Hifume body has disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover the corpse was in fact gone. So she could have sidelined Tina, who is like, she sublets her brain cells, so she does not like get to use them very often. So it's entirely possible that happened. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that the corpse was in fact gone. When we remembered that we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room, and there's the tire tracks of Toko's body being moved. This can't be happening. Are we all hallucinating this or something? At this time, Taka's body disappeared, so from here we began to search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told me that she'd found the bodies. Celeste, why are you at... Humst! My name is Alex, and I've been struggling with Vinesauce addiction for 4 years. Hello, Alex. See, everyone's got to say it at the same time. That's how like this kind of group therapy thing works. And there we discovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. Okay. And that brings us up to now.
However,
looking back, we have certainly been very... oh my god, chat. They all share one brain cell, and that's just bouncing around like the Windows screen cell. Yeah, no, yeah. Looking back, things have been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. So I'm going to trust that it's not Sakura. So that basically means that it's either or the one guy who's missing. Now, if it's not Sakura, which I'm just going to assume because she's being helpful, and because I need to have someone who is, like, giving out that information, and otherwise, if I can't trust the information she's giving me, then... this entire case falls apart real fucking fast, but that's how I remember it. So that means that it's gotta be one of the two that are taller. I'm gonna have to say that Ifumi's last words were accurate. It would be weird for him to say... Wait a minute, what is Celeste's fucking last name? What do you want to bet it's some bullshit like that? I bet it is. Do you really think that Hero did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders all just happened, every one of us had an alibi. The last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, it was Hero's name.
So in other words,
there's no room to suspect anyone else. Lundberg? Okay. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his own identity with that weird costume? And Also, why would he still be missing? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. And he is kind of dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
What?
And that is that's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try and hide the bodies? Yeah, what the fuck? Leon is still missing. That's a good point. We haven't seen him since he got beaten to death with baseballs. They probably figured out if they couldn't find the bodies, they couldn't compete, or we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, then we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. I have a feeling that there's something else there, but I don't know enough about what's going on yet in order to make the assessment on why they moved the bodies. But I feel like that's really fucking important for some reason. Like, why would you do that? Why not just leave them where you found them? We already know that Hifumi was in the nurse's office, so it's not like it would be a surprise to find him there again. The other thing that bothers me is, why did they bother killing 2 people?
What?
Because the rule says if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number 1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances that you'll get found out. Wow, what the fuck? Did you steal a brain cell from someone? Where is that coming from?
I see.
Hold on, perhaps. I see, so that means, is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. What's with that attitude? But you have my appreciation. Thanks to you, I might have some fun after this, after all. What the fuck? The mysterious words hang in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he had figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell? It could have killed you. Which I think is the point. He wants to kill you. All right. Last up, Hina. Please tell me that you remember something.
So,
I've been thinking about something. About the repository. Yeah, what is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around. I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
What?
And we came right to the repository to, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked and we couldn't get inside. Yeah, what the fuck was that about? It was locked? Yeah, it was locked. I remember that. We came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way that someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it and why is it unlocked now? I was wondering the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be secrets lurking in there. I'll probably have to leave this area to find out. Big Mac really making those huge plays. Maybe I'll have to leave the room to investigate other rooms. What? My dude. I didn't check the dolly. I did check the dolly. Yeah, remember? Like, yeah, we're gonna have to leave the room to investigate the other areas. Alright, is it R? Through the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on this door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. If Hina and Sakura confirmed the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies, and the door has a design that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it out, someone had already gone into the repository and locked the door. And when they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims there is no way for someone could have beaten them out of the repository. So that certain someone... There's got to be a clue around here somewhere. I got to check somewhere else. I know there's some places I already know about. The first is the nurse's office. So who is in this room then? Who was the first person to get into this room? It's Leon. He can go walk through walls. What if Big Boy is faking? I mean, that's a pretty good guess. I'm really confused by this one. Without a doubt, accuse Leon. I mean, like, you know. To be fair, it does seem like the most logical thing right now. Downstairs. Sorry, went the wrong way. Can I check in here now? Can I check in the locker? Because that seems important. Yeah, it'd be kind of a dick move to do a murder-suicide in this situation. That's true. And with the hammer of all things. It seems entirely important right now! Half the case happened in that room. Maybe we should investigate all of the room. All right. He might be red herring. I don't understand why it's there like that. Hey, Celeste, cleaning up the fucking body? What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around to see if Hero might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, just checking on this and that. Main thing in my mind is how someone could have moved Hifume's body.
Let's see.
How Hifume's was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes,
correct.
indeed.
Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom where anyone could walk in and out of the nurse's office, including Hifume. Weirdly, he could have done this to himself. When he got back, the body was gone. Could not have been gone more than a minute or two, though. Hina said the same thing. So the killer was able to get in and move Hifume's body in that short amount of time.
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry someone off as big as Hifume is in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of anything less than... Okay. Alright. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. Anything else I can investigate here? Investigator. Trash can? Sure. What's in there? Normal trash can. Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth, and it's most likely Hifume's. And his blood when he went to bed. It's got some kind of cartoon character on it. But it's also covered in blood!
Oh.
Did you find something? Yeah, there's a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth? It's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have wiped up some of the blood. But who would need to do something like that? Maybe it was the guy with the fucking glasses. I have the slightest idea. Me either, but I think this might be important. Alright, what's in here? Refrigerator, I wonder if there's anything to drink. I've been parched. Let's take a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess. Humst! That's interesting. So he could have faked being hit in the head and then... Wait, is he not dead? It doesn't help me, though. I'm not a vampire. Absolutely nothing of value could have been gathered from the fact that there was blood near the blood. It's completely useless information to know that blood was blood. There was a body announcement. There was a body announcement at the same time as upstairs. No. Yeah, no, there was a body announcement for the one upstairs. Alright. No, it's been a minute, so where's the other room? It's upstairs, right? There are two announcements. Right, so he's dead now, but he might not have been dead at the time. I mean, he wasn't. We know that much. Let's check the library. Maybe there's, like, blood or something in here. There were two body announcements. He's dead now, but he was definitely faking it, or at least not actually dead at one point. but I'm saying, like, did he fake the first injury, which is weird. I don't think there's anything of value in here. Really hope there's not. Sea Cleaner has announced that I could, in fact, do things. There are 3 announcements. There are only 2. Reality isn't everything. Wait a minute. Is that blood? No, it's chalk. Never mind. Which means that Taki was already dead when they found Fume's fake body. Right. Yes. Yes, that's what I believe. Yes. I'm going with that. There it is. I couldn't remember how to get back to this room. Why did they kill Taco? Can we use this time machine? I know it's not a time machine, but can it be for a minute? Hey, you. Alright. Weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved and that murder weapon was just left here. I didn't mean to click that, but alright. This tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and recently, too. Is that really the take you have? What? Reminds me about the dolly. There's blood on the tire. Blood come from the head. Oh, that means Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using a dolly. The rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. The tarp is going to be carpet number 2. Let me go and just, like, carry it around with me. I'm going to have to carry the carpet and the tarp, just in case the carpet's important again. Even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifume? His body was, I mean... I like how, like, the game is, like, low-key just being like, okay, but, like, one really important thing you need to figure out is how they moved his fat ass up the stairs. And I think the idea of him faking his first death would have been... That's a really risky play. I'm trying to think of how that makes any fucking sense for him. Like, I feel like whoever did it, which is probably Celeste, tricked him into thinking that he was going to get something out of it, which was probably tits. Even if the dolly is no way to get up to the 3rd floor. It's still totally a mystery. He could fake it to escape the killer. I mean, I guess. I was sleeping right over here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed an ultimately rare event. I mean, murder is fairly rare, relatively speaking. So that's true. Let me double check with the tab thing. Okay, it's just the camera over there and then nothing else of importance. Okay, we can leave. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? Wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. Should go up to Hero's room. Oh, let me give you this. Meet us in the dining hall. It's the note that Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. The penmanship is pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things are growing ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Bye.
God, I fucking hate him. I would imagine that there's something waiting for us in Hero's room, but let's go ahead and just teleport there. At least downstairs. It makes me seem important and intelligent if I don't speak a lot. I mean, that's a fucking mood. That's a trick. If you ever want to appear smart, just don't talk a lot, and then when you do talk, make sure you say the right thing. I think that's just called not saying stupid shit as well, but... The door is unlocked. I guess I could go inside. It did say to go in. Might not be a great idea, so I'm about to take a plunge. What do you want to bet? He's dead or some shit? Where did he even get all this from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up, which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? There's nothing here. It's pretty grungy, though. Does the bathroom even get this dirty? What do you got here for me? It's not a dinner table. He's using it to... I mean, it's apparently not important, but it's... something inside a cardboard box. Blueprints for something and... oh, shit! Something made out of cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hero's room. But wait, these blueprints. There's something about them that bothers me. Is it that it says, like, instructions? Alright, that's weird. What do you want to bet? Move the fucking shit. Oh, sloppy handwriting is important too. Normally a bet is much... Whose handwriting is that then? There's something else here. That's not a very good clue against him, yeah. Alright. Big Mac! Big news, big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There is more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice has shown up too. Robo Justice. And Hero's wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, you head to the pool on the second floor. I think Hero and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. There's absolutely nothing going on. Yeah, I was noticing the security camera was kind of glitching out as well. Yeah, a little bit of distrust there. A little bit of trust issues going on. What's going on over here? Kyoko and...
I mean...
Phew, man, I have had the worst day. Robo Justice? I'm glad he at least knows. Hey, Hero?
Oh, hey, Makoto.
Who else would it be? Robo Justice, apparently. That's a good question. Why do you look at me like this? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Isn't a pool on the second floor a bad idea? What if it leaks? That's a good point. You say that you remember this scene from the anime, but like, when can I watch the anime? Like, can I watch it after I beat this game? Because I want to see this scene. I want to know, like, how he's possibly dressed up like this. And think, how are you this high? Okay. Robo Justice finally made an appearance, huh? I guess Kyoko was the one that found him. That's a bit suspicious. Don't you fucking think?
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed in the pool room locker. Looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him, and he woke up.
Don't be mean.
I can't believe you kicked me. Could have been a bit more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Well.
You can watch it after I beat the game. Okay, cool. There's something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
It's nothing. Hey.
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know what? Does she know that people might be think that she might be spying from the mastermind? First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean,
I have no idea. One second I was asleep. I didn't even know how it happened. Then I woke up, then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Huh?
Well, let's hold up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something you can't take off by yourself?
you got it all wrong.
I didn't make this stupid fucking thing.
It would seem.
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It's pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. Don't really have a choice. Let's help him. I remember watching like 5 seconds of Ima's stream of this. And, wow. Yeah. This is the bit I remember. Like, that this happened. Eventually, you got all the pieces off. Free at last. It's kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hero.
So then.
More to the point, nobody but Hero would have been able to wear that costume. Wait, hold on a sec.
Honestly.
Don't bother trying acting innocent. Me, the person who's accusing you of all the things that I found out about. The blueprints were in your room as well. How did you know that? How did you know that?
Is that okay?
In other words, it's obvious that everyone... That's true, I saw the blueprints myself. You're supposed to have a brain cell! Yeah, me too.
Could it be?
Then obviously the one who put on the costume and around attacking everyone was...
That's terrible!
Hero! Shall we tie up and gag him? Well, you can't kill anyone. You wouldn't want him killing anyone else. Tie me up? Hold on, guys. Don't you think that's going a little far? What do you know? There are two people who are exactly tall enough to wear that stupid fucking costume. And one of them is...
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean, attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. He's actually that shit at lying, so it could be entirely possible.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. No, Hina. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. It must have been that fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the one who could wear this costume. No. No. He's fucking not. Who else could have possibly been the costume attacker? Humster!
What the heck?
How do you know that I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a beat. Without missing a bit. Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's interesting. You can't bend at the waist, which means that picking things up would be difficult.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
It's not even your costume, right, my dude?
I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right?
Hero, you're really dumb, and it's not doing any favors right now.
I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume.
Yeah, do we have any 6 foot tall skinny dudes that are available? In a huff, Hina took the suit off again. Now you're all out of excuses. No, you see, cause your girl was another guy, then Mokuko, go ahead. Okay. Again. Against my will, I picked up the pieces from the floor and tried putting them on. But I'm not 6'6". It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I could wear this.
Just a second.
See, I told you it was impossible. It's impossible for the two short people in the room to puck. Hina, please. Yeah, it's very interesting that. What? You're absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly. But there's another costume. You must have another one that looks the same but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on that line of defense, then show us some evidence.
What the heck?
Evidence? You claim there's another suit, yes? You must find it and show it to us. Okay, I'm gonna have to have like a think moment. So... Oh my god, that's actually something he would do. So, okay. Galaxy brain moment. What if... worked with Celeste, but he intentionally sabotages it. Who dies if the person who's assisting the murder gets caught? Like, what happens? So, let's say Celeste did it, and let's just assume that's what happened for a minute. Celeste did it, Byakuya gets caught. Who dies? If we go, it was Celeste. Is it only the murderer? That's a very roundabout bullshit way of killing someone. So here's what Byakuya could have done, is that he could kill 3 people without having any risk to his own self. Only the murderer gets a punishment or a reward. Right. But he makes sure that she gets caught. That is absolutely the kind of bullshit he would do. Just help people and be really shit at it. It would be a play he would do.
Just the worst.
I propose that we all call him Bukake. It's a really good name, and I'm gonna go with that for as long as I remember that that's a thing I'm doing. You can only kill 2 people, that's the rules, right? You can only kill 2 people, but if you intentionally fuck up the thing, right? If you fuck up the thing entirely, then that means that Celeste dies as well. Bukake gets away with it.
What?
That's a thing that could have happened, and it's in his character to do such a thing, though it does not allow him to get out. And I don't see that Taka or Hifume were terribly difficult targets. If he's gonna kill anyone, he wouldn't get credit for the kill, no, but he would take people out of the running. It would allow him to remove people from his way without having to kill anyone himself. He would get 3 people out of the way if he helps. Why did Hifume fake his own death? That's the question. There's a lot of problems with this theory. I don't really understand why we're trying to frame Hiro, but I have to assume that was the intention. Could someone, like, tell me? Robo Justice costume has been added to the Truth Bullet section. Now, I don't know if the game actually wants me to believe that only literally he could wear it. Yeah, I'd like to investigate that. Alright, Bukake. It's looking more like it was really a setup. Yeah.
Oh.
Certainly did not expect Hiro and Kyoko to turn up at the same time. But where has Kyoko been hiding all this time? I have no idea. Perhaps Perhaps she is really working for the mastermind. What else would explain her questionable behavior? It's funny how both you and believe that. But you're quite protective of her, yes? It's because she's helped me out so much until now. If I were the mastermind, that is exactly what I would do to injure trust. All right, mastermind, what's up? She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. Better leave her alone. Wouldn't want to fucking break like any sort of social things. Like no, it's fine. I've read the room. It's a bad time to talk to her. She's being accused of murder, but you know, it's fine. Sayaka 2! Yeah, there's a little bit of that. Hina, tell me about your big brain thought. Okay, great. Good job.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Mukuko, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifume.
What?
2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it. I did not. Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed,
How about that?
that's it. I know who did it.
So then,
I swear to God, if you say Robo Justice, I'm gonna vote for you just because I fucking hate you now. You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hifume were fighting over alter ego, right?
I'm at least 30% right.
Alter ego and or Chihiro must have done that. Where do you keep your stash?
correct.
I see. No, don't say correct. That's wrong. I see. That's very unfortunate. Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us and just admit it that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh,
I know.
so
That
then.
note. Note? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door, and here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet at the rec room at 1 a.m. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room. Then, for some reason, I fell asleep. Oh, God. I'm going to your name there. I'm going to call you Sam. Because otherwise you're going to get like a name. But thank you for the sub, Sam. Last thing I remember is going to the rec room, and then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
Real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So...
No, hold on. He could be onto something. That nurse office did have some chemicals that could do that. What, really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. The secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote that all to trick me. Sam, not Sans. Come on, guys. That's what that said, right? Hold on. Semokaka. Well, after being trapped here for so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Then show us that note. With my pleasure. I have it right here in my pocket, and it's gone because it would... Ah! Snow Dragon, thank you for the 5 months of support.
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure. Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Okay. If there was a second suit, then someone else could have fit into it and attacked Hifume. But why would they... He wouldn't know that it was Hiro, because we didn't know it was Hiro aside from the fact that it was a giant and that he was missing and then we found him. Yeah, I know. I already suspect Celeste pretty hardcore now. Like, as soon as we started looking at, like, what actually happened in the case and when things were happening, it was like, wait a minute. Why was Celeste the only one to see any of this shit? Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it. Why? Why did you kill him? Tell us, hero. Okay, alternate idea. Could two people get out if two different people murdered someone in a synchronous time? In order to make it appear as if there was one murderer, so that way one of them gets out. No, you can't do that? Okay. Synchronized murder would be a way to be accomplice. First murder takes it. That sucks. I remember figuring that out last time, but goddamn.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? It must be it. You're totally broke, and that's why. It's a false accusation. Please, someone help me. Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. Some people would be into that, Hina. You gotta realize that. And if you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right? You're right. I need to look for the second suit and that note. Feet don't fail me now. I guess better get back to guard duty. Let's get ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. I think it's like exclamation sub will get you the link. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Should probably make it also work with subscribe, but you know, I'm dumb. One by one, everyone peeled away. Big Mac, do you have a second? I know she just pronounced it, but I'm gonna read it as such. Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation. Looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some grounds. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. Okay, well, great. Ah! To reject me so simply. Anyway. Ah! Anyway, I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
Shall we go?
Big Mac, grow a fucking spine.
Hey.
So, Big Mac, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
Correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than living.
Hey.
Wouldn't you agree? No, they're dead. They don't talk much. I'm sorry, if we're just gonna be assholes to each other, I'm just gonna pull it out right now, too. What's up? How am I supposed to answer? Anyway, we have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay, then show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. I guess we should head back that way now. Yeah, I actually don't remember where that is. Upstairs? Upstairs in the art room. Right. The Bubblous. Thank you for the sub. Alright, here you go. Here's the bodies. Fume and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid. But only for a moment.
So then.
Well then, let's get started. I am enjoying dang nabbit grandpa.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Yeah? Her movements were smooth. She was so calm. Seeing her how comfortable she actually made me feel a little bit more comfortable. Yeah, okay. Sure. Her being comfortable around dead bodies. That's just, you know what? You know what makes me feel nice and safe? When, like, I find a dead body and someone else is like, huh, that's weird. Like, you with, like, a lamp or something. Like, they're totally calm about that. Like, that makes me feel comfortable, too. You're right. Big Mac, you got this. Ideal romantic date. You should go for. Great job. All right, what do you find?
I see.
Big Mac, I found something. You did?
Hey.
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? Nope. You did?
Whew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? Yes. Yes. No, that's not it. Anyway, you said he had a watch?
So then.
Take a look. Can you see the hands aren't moving, right? Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. This fucking meme. The idea that if the clock is stopped, that's the time that they died. Okay, so let's say, like, it's not, like, hooked up to your heart or anything. That's not how clocks work. And plus, like, okay. Tilda gave me a wristwatch for, I believe, Christmas, right? The time on my wristwatch currently is, let's see, 8:07. That's actually exactly the time. I haven't said it in a couple of days, and the second hand is actually stopped. So, like, that kind of... One minute off. It's close enough for an analog clock. Rev, that means you're dead. That's a good point. That's a good point. I'm dead, guys. That's a good point. You know what? No, that's my point now. It's 8:07. If my clock... Wait, if I were to die right now, that actually would be accurate. God damn it. No evidence. I'm dead. You see, the hands aren't moving, right? It's like, almost like... it was likely when they broke when he had an encounter with the assailant. If you notice, the hands are just past 6 o'clock. Yeah? Okay. So that means that the watch was broken sometime after 6. But what if it was moved and then it broke? Okay.
That's right.
But last night, Taka's watch was definitely broken. Wasn't broken. Okay, good. I was actually like... I checked... I'm looking at his wrist right now and I do not see a watch. So it's not something you could have noticed. Hey you, how long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. Oh, okay. It's almost 10 o'clock. Do you know that? Bedtime for little boys and girls.
In other words,
If it worked at 10, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. That's true. Meaning it must have happened at 6 in the morning. Nice. Okay.
however,
I'm going to assume that that's how reality works for the sake of this game, but that's not how reality works. That's not... Oh, look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right. There appears to be something white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
because
Work of artist has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. Ice cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. A little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, is it?
Is that right?
I wonder about that. I bet he was holding on to a bit of it and it got ripped, and then that bit was thrown away. Gyoko turned to Hifume's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifume's body now. Perhaps he left us a few clothes of his own. Okay. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer is able to move Hifume's fat ass from the nurse's office where he was discovered here on the repository. From the first to the third, all without anyone noticing. I can't see how that was possible. Further, it seems that Hifume died from a blow to the head. He was most likely killed with Justice Hammer 3, which we found in the nurse's office. Why is he sweating? Just because he does that. But when we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're spotless. Does that mean that someone wiped his glasses clean? But who would do that, and why? Right. Hifume died as he lived, alone, covered in his own fluids. Did you find anything? I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper.
that's right.
Hifume had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He stuffed it in his pants. Why is the first thing you do when you find a dead body to check out the downstairs mix-up? He stuffed it into his pants, so I can only assume he had hidden it on purpose, you see. In his pants. Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It's just his pants. It's not like it was his socks or something. Do you have a foot fetish? What is that? What? I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at that paper. Go ahead, let's go open it up. When I think about how it was stuffed down his pants, it was like, it better be important, Hifume, or I'll never forgive you for this. I'll kill you. Nick says he has a foot fetish. Great. I found a hole. We can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so yeah, right. Okay, so this is the sheet. Now... Oaths make really shitty loops. It's kind of cartoonish and childish. It looks like my handwriting. It looks like they're illiterate, practically. All right, now let's see what it looks like in comparison. Compare the E and the O. The A is slightly different, but I assume that they're supposed to be done by the same person. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m. That's a good point. Where did he say that we were supposed to meet? Found a hole in the wall we can use it if you can't find out. Equipment room at 6.
so...
Sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing that Hero said. So then he was telling us the truth.
However,
Unless if he ran all the way up here, forged a note, and stuffed his hand down his pants without anyone noticing. Yeah, he said the rec room, which is different. Rec room where we found Celeste. So, wait a minute. What if what if it's not the same note? It's made by the same person, but it's a different note. Why the fuck would they do that? In order to get them in the same spot so they could all be murdered in the same spot, or at least implicated in the same place at the same time? It's gotta be that. Rec room at 1 a.m. Different room. So that gives him some time to set up. Okay. And plus, if I'm to believe Weedman, he's going to cuck me at some point in my life. This time it's different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 a.m. This note says 6.
Is that right?
Hold on, just because Tsufumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So...
Part has been torn off. I think there's likely a meaning there. Meaning being of it being ripped. You could maybe explain it a bit more? Think carefully.
Hey.
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
So then...
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? How would something important like that ever become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. Could have been ripped.
Hey.
What? No, wait, no. Wait, how the, what the fuck? What word? What the shit? The two victims this time were definitely had their handbooks on them. So the handbooks had nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Oh yeah, I guess that was important. Wait, how is that fucking important? So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
Is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. As I said, they weren't used to help carry out the murders. They may come at a point, however, where the handbooks may play a role. Handbooks may play a role? I don't think I understand. Well, I mean, like, what's his name was found in the pool room, so, like, cool. That would be... But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. She also thinks that it's less personal to reach into someone's, like... I was gonna say dick chamber, but that's not a good way to talk about, like, pants. It's less weird to grab someone's dick chamber than it is to search their feet. Like, searching someone's feet, that's kinky shit. She's just a weirdo. Weirdos can be smart. That's like an unnecessary, like... That's like an unnecessary expectation for me to be smart because I'm weird. Alright.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See?
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest yourself and come to a proper conclusion. Why? Why are you fucking like... So I'm not going to stop streaming, but I will probably stop streaming this game. It's been an hour and 19 minutes-ish, which means that I've got like an hour left on my usual time that I stream. So what I think is we get to the door, we save, and then I put up a poll and you guys vote on what you want to see. In between either The Sims 4 or Nuzlocke, Sims 2. Trial 2 is like 3 hours. Yeah, I want to make sure that I Maybe she's training you? Am I a dog? Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
We better get going. Okay. She's withholding information so I can improve. He's doing it because he's a jerk. Yeah, it's a good point. The trial apparently is about 3 hours. I do not want to try and start the thing and fuck it up. Let me go and double save because I have anxiety, and then quit to the main menu. And I think that's where we'll stop this game for today. Let me go to the bathroom and then we'll do something else. I think the Minecraft video came out today, right? I want to say the Minecraft stream came out today. And it's not like there's a whole lot of, like, stuff you gotta follow in what's going on in that one. So I guess it wouldn't be the biggest deal if I double streamed that. Also, straight up apologies to anyone who thought Death Garden Blood Harvest was a Dangarompa meme name. It just so happens that it's actually like that. How about I go to the bathroom and then you guys just choose between either Nuzlocke, The Sims 4, The Sims 2, or Minecraft. Where can we see your schedule? My schedule is, it's looking like it's going to be every day except for Wednesday and Saturday. But every day of the week, 6 to like 8-ish, give or take a bit. I started late today, so I'm going to go a little bit long today. I only could play for about another 30 minutes because I am honestly running out of steam. I did not sleep particularly well last night. So how about I throw up a BRB and then I do a poll. Let me make the straw poll first. Vote here. Minecraft vanilla. That's a vanilla ice cream with like some like strawberries and chocolate fudge. It's amazing. Had that for dinner. That's why I was a little bit late. It's Phantom Bottom. Why is that it's showing me trending polls and good polls. All right. Sims 2, Sims 4, and what's the other one? Nuzlocke. Make sure that series doesn't die. All right. All right, I think that's everything. Bop. There's the poll. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, and you guys can figure out what you want to do from there. But I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. BRB.